Sounds real?
Sounds real.
I'm Jason
And I'm Jack, and we're back.
with some more rockin' episodes.
Lots.
I know. It's been a while. We took a little break. We had some,
You want to discuss the elephant in the room, or do you want me?
we could talk about it a little later.
All right.
So, this was the long-awaited episode.
Well, first of all, I'd like to
that's right.
open up my Vacan 2023 Crow. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But thank you, Joel, Vinyl Guy, for bringing us this beer all the way from Germany.
Thank you,
we
Joel.
Appreciate it. From the Vacan 2023. So
I'll drink mine off camera.
Cheers.
Moment of silence.
Tasty, frothy. Okay. I didn't pour that right, but let's go ahead.
No, you did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Rabbit Hole. We haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
And they did a show. It was Go Axe Alice was playing that night, along with a lot of other amazing, talented bands.
Yes.
Man, it was just an awesome night. This happened on September 2nd at the Rabbit Hole in Alamogordo. Awesome place.
Yes, we love the Rabbit Hole. We love the vibe. We love the people there. I was really jazzed about this show when we found out that they were going to play. Like all summer, we've been waiting for this one. So
that's right.
And we went down there and we had a blast. And we saw some bands that we had never seen before. Some Texas bands actually too.
Yeah,
saw some Texas bands in New Mexico.
One of the bands I was actually really excited, besides Go Axe Alice, of course, was Ethereal Flood, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. But
yeah,
when we got there, unfortunately,
we got there late.
We got there towards the very last two songs of Deadline.
Yes,
and they're a really good cover band. So that was pretty cool. I can't remember the song they played.
I don't remember.
It was a
really famous one. They're doing it really well too. I just remember walking in, kind of. Well, we're running late, because of circumstances beyond our control. We got there kind of late, so we did miss them, unfortunately. But we were blessed to see the other bands on that lineup. So, which one do you want to talk about first?
So we did catch the mighty Demolitious.
Oh, that's right.
So Britney's Rage didn't play.
That's right, Demolitious.
And they were swapped for the mighty Demolitious.
Demolitious. Yeah, they're really good.
And I really did like them. Yeah. Honestly, I like them.
They were really good. They were tight.
Kind of rock and roll type, southern type songs.
Yes.
And kind of grungy at times. I liked it. I was just
they had a lot of that rock and roll flavor to them. Yeah, you could definitely hear the grunge.
Reminded me of early Soundgarden.
Yeah,
definitely. Mixed it up with the grunge and the metal. A little Screaming Trees influence. I personally felt it, but I liked it. I really liked it. Really good band. I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah, they were cool.
Around, but Demolitious was pretty cool, and they're going to be playing some other festivals coming down. We'll be at those.
Yes, we will.
But I was pleased with what I heard. Demolitious was really good. I think they did like one cover, but all of it was original.
Yeah, for the most part, I believe, yeah.
So, really dug their sound. And after that, whoa.
Day After Dead.
It was Dad. Yeah.
Dadcore. Yeah, these guys were really cool.
Day After Dead.
I believe they're from Texas. I'm not exactly.
I believe they're also from Odessa.
Well. Okay, so in that area, I suppose. And I didn't know what to expect from these guys as far as their image and what they do. They're a blast. I love the fact that they have fun with the music. They have fun with their image. They have the guy's basically a stand-up comedian. The lead singer,
that guy's a riot.
He is. I mean, we're laughing every time he was talking, and we were just busting up. He was so freaking funny, and but then the music's pretty brutal. Yeah. I know you want to talk about some of that stuff.
So we had the pleasure of doing an interview with them, and it's a bunch of just older guys.
Yeah.
Already got their lives. They got kids and everything, just like most of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just decided to. They've all been in other bands as well. It's pretty cool. So they were just throwing the idea around. Let's just play some more music, out of the garage, and they came out with dadcore.
Yeah.
So it's pretty brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, it like sounds like it's really
like
brutal.
Deathcore.
It's deathcore. It's in the style of deathcore,
mixed in with some tongue in cheek.
There's definitely humor. They don't take themselves serious. I mean, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of early The Accused.
Mm-hmm.
The Accused was a band that was heavy, but based off of punk and metal and but it was all tongue in cheek. The lyrics and everything else. I liked it. So listening to Dad, it was just like, I like it. It's just and I also one of the references, Dead Horse.
Oh, Dead Horse, yeah.
Dead Horse.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Horse came out and they had horsecore. Horsecore back at the time, and they were the same way. They were from Texas, and they did
their
brutal style,
kind of groove metal in a way.
Yeah. And the lyrics too were just all tongue in cheek, and they were just
it's something you can't take too serious. But
you gotta definitely watch them live.
They are a blast. Yes. They're a lot of fun.
Songs are like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah,
in your face, just really good though. I mean, but they're well crafted songs.
Yeah, they're well crafted songs. Yeah,
you're thinking you're gonna get they don't take themselves serious maybe, and the music's gonna
they're actually really talented musicians.
Yes.
So their humor, kind of, you kind of say, okay, you're not gonna take it, but then the music actually is like, wow, okay, that's really good stuff.
Yeah, there's songs you would like. Oh, okay, I'll put that on repeat.
Exactly.
So, and then after that was Go Axe Alice.
The mighty Go Axe Alice. So we had heard their CD. We had heard some stuff from it at least. And I've been wanting to watch this band live for a long time. And they didn't disappoint. Man, they are so freaking good. As far as their talent, all the musicians.
They're so tight.
Yeah, they're so tight. The musicianship in this band is really, really good. Obviously there's a rock and roll feel to them. This is heavy metal. I would consider more of a heavy metal.
Funky at times too.
Yeah, there's definitely a punk influence that runs through some of their songs. But there's that traditional metal feel to it. Some of the stuff kind of reminds me of Vincent Black's Shadow. If stuff off of that one album, I believe it was called Fear of Water. I don't know, or just something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminds me of that. It has kind of like that jumpy kind of punk feel to it, and very melodic. There's a lot of melody in these songs, and they're great. I did Go Axe Alice, and hopefully we could see them here. At the Rock House. And
I was blown away. Listening to it first was through Apple streaming.
Yeah.
And watching it live is like, whoa. It just brings it so alive, and they were just awesome. They were just killing it on stage.
They were.
And man, I was just like, such a good set.
It was, and their music is music where since they are so melodic, and they have big choruses on some of the songs where you just kind of want to start singing the song itself. And they played that one emotional song that was really, I guess it was a tribute to their former guitarist. And wow, that was powerful. I was like, yikes.
And just all the musicians together just combined. They're so talented, and
they are,
and they really are. And it's just like, it's good to hear that again.
Yeah, I totally dig them.
Well-written music and songs and lyrics.
And we got their CD, I know, on our listening table. So
so that's going to be coming out soon.
That's going to be coming out soon. I know we're a little behind on stuff, but we're back.
We're back. So they rocked it down about a 45-50 minute set.
Yeah.
And then Ethereal Flood.
Ethereal Flood
Wow.
hit. Now I had no idea what. Well, I didn't have any other than Goaxalis. I didn't know who Ethereal Flood were. Another band from Texas playing in New Mexico, and I didn't know what to expect from them either. And what turned out to be was really very cool. Kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of like prog metal with a heavy edge prog metal, I guess.
Mhm.
Or, and they have they got, you know, you could, for me, I could hear the Pink Floyd in there, the Pink Floyd influence in some of the songs, and I don't know, their style of music is. How would you describe it? I mean, I know it's proggy. It's prog metal, and it's
Well, you know, Scott told me, he says, you got to check out Ethereal Flood.
mm-hmm.
So he was hyping it up, and I looked online and I found it streaming, and I really dug it. But watching them live is just, they're so heavy, and the way I interpret is more like, you know, like you said, it's very progressive, very proggy,
kind of space prog though.
Yeah, and I like the whole element of this, the chakras and the elements and the, you know,
yeah, kind of spiritual.
Yeah, very, yeah, spiritual. There
yeah,
you go.
spiritual. There.
And I like that whole vibe, and just I really dug her singing style. It's female fronted.
Yeah, her style is really cool. It's very different.
I like it because, yeah, it's not the traditional style of singing where you sing along with the notes.
Yes,
it kind of goes in a different direction.
It reminded me
going in another direction, but yet it combines beautifully.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of stuff that The Gathering were doing off of that album Nightbirds, where the music was heavy, although these guys are heavier, and the singing style and the melodies are not, they're not traditional melodies. The way she varies her voice and the way it's structured, it's kind of, it sounds like if it's off, but it really isn't. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I like that.
And yeah, and if you were to, and to me, it did remind me a lot of that Gathering album, the Nightbirds album, where they do a lot of that, where the melody's like off. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but totally dig them. I mean, they're supposed to come out with their concept album, so we're gonna be looking out for that.
Yes, and we were graced with some new songs that night.
Yeah,
I think they played 4, and they were all like together. So it was just.
Oh my god, I was gonna sneeze.
It just blended after one after another.
Yeah, I was like, it was long.
Yes, long passage, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I just loved it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of this musical. So yeah, that kind of like Tool in a weird way, where they go into these musical passages.
Reminded me of Tool as well.
Yeah, they have that Tool influence, I think, in there.
Some of the drumming reminded me of Tool.
Yeah, so I would definitely check these guys out again, and hopefully
really talented musicians, all of them. I was just like so impressed. They put a really good set, and the crowd actually wanted more, but I think she was done.
Yeah, well, they played for a while.
And she had a lot of energy too. She engaged with the crowd.
My god,
I loved it.
Yeah.
You know?
She was very energetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also has a great sense of humor. And she connected with that crowd. And they loved it. You know, the audience loved it. You could just see that, how that band connected with that audience. And I mean, if you ever play the Rabbit Hole, you're gonna get a lot of love. Man, they're some of the greatest.
And the sound was really good that night.
Sound was great, but the Rabbit Hole fans out there, their audience, I mean, they are so welcoming.
Yeah.
So
you guys need to check.
As far as El Paso bands, you guys got to play the Rabbit Hole, and you guys will get a lot of love. It's a really cool place.
Yeah, that's one place that more and more people need to check it out, because you need to experience the whole Rabbit Hole experience.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You just need to.
It is awesome.
And so we were fortunate to get interviews with Dad, and as well as Ethereal Flood.
I think Goaxalis.
But unfortunately, we couldn't get Goaxalis. Some circumstances beyond their control.
Yeah,
but we will get them.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be out there for Harvest Fest. Is it Harvest Fest?
Right? Yes, Harvest Fest.
Harvest Fest. And so we're gonna catch you guys. Go Alice. So be prepared for an interview.
That's right. It's gonna be a busy day for Sounds Real.
Ooh, it's gonna be a long day. Yeah.
So, awesome show. All the bands it was just a wide variety as well of music.
That's what I liked.
I love that. None of the bands sounded the same. They were all different styles, and that was an awesome show.
I love to go to shows where all the bands are kind of different.
Yeah.
Where it's not just one certain style. I love that. It's like one band's doing this.
Yeah, it honestly felt like a fest.
Yeah.
Instead of more just like a regular concert.
Yeah, where they kind of like have similar band styles.
So I really dug it, but they were all equally good. And I just such a good vibe that night.
Yeah, and each of those bands brought their energy and their vibe, and lot of good vibes that night. Honestly, it was such a fun night.
So thank you, Rabbit Hole.
Thank you guys.
Scott. Thank you everybody involved for having us out there. We really appreciate it. We love coming to the Rabbit Hole, and we want to do it more frequently. And keep it up, guys. You guys are on the right track. So, Sounds Real.
Sounds Real.
And we're out.
We're out.
Sounds Real.
Sounds Real.
I'm Jason. We're here at the Rabbit Hole. I just saw DAD, Day After Dead.
It's okay. We've all had something to drink.
Dad, play right now. And so tell us about Dad.
Well, actually, this man here is who formed it originally. I was a bassist, and he made me a frontman against my own will, and that's where we get it. But we have this man right here, Mr. Timmy Tokyo, who is our current bassist, and he's phenomenal. Timmy, do you want to say things?
Yeah, like the history of the band kind of thing. I guess we all just wanted to get back into music. We're all middle-aged dudes with like kids and everything. So we found a garage, his garage. We got in the motherfucker, and we just started doing things. We all have history with punk rock, hardcore metal. We settled in with some old songs, started writing some new shit.
Nice.
We got on stage and just started rolling with it, dude. It's been so much fun so far.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, you guys mix it up with some comic relief and,
clown shoes, motherfucking clown shoes over here.
And I liked it because, like I said earlier, it reminded me of Dead Horse, horsecore, because they were just having fun with the genre.
Yep.
And you guys, dadcore, right?
Dadcore.
So, Dadcore, that's awesome.
We're responsible for that.
It's copyrighted, so
You can't use that unless you want to.
So, any plans to actually releasing like physical media?
We do have. We are in the middle of recording. We have pretty much all of our songs musically done and recorded. My lazy ass just needs to record the last 3 tracks, and we should have something out here in the next month or so.
Nice. How about now? Any way to, hear your music on streaming or anything?
Really bad YouTube videos that people have uploaded.
Yeah.
You can look up our TikTok, Day After Dead TX, and there's a few clips on there and a lot of stupid stuff.
If you like bad music, poorly recorded, we are your guys.
But yeah, no, seriously, the drummer for our band was a big part of this happening at all, and it's thanks to his wife, the singer for Ethereal Flood, who came up to me and gave me her husband for like a pack of ramen and
sexual purposes,
and mainly. But no, seriously, these guys are all like my best friends, and we have fun because we don't take it seriously. And it's a lot of the not taking it seriously is because he had a point. We're middle-aged, we're old.
Yeah.
You can't be hard when you're this age, but still, nonetheless, man, it's a blast.
You guys bring it down though. Like I asked a lot of the guests and artists and bands, what's on your listening table right now?
The Acacia Strain and Hatebreed. That's it. That is all I listen to 24 hours a day.
He is wrong. I mean, they are on there. But obviously, vocally, my influences are Black Dahlia Murder, Necrogoblicon, Lamb of God. Love stuff like that. Timmy comes from more of a punk rock background. Tell him some of your influences, bud.
Coheed and Cambria?
Yeah, well, Coheed and Cambria is my favorite band. I love prog-based style, but for this purpose, I take a lot of influence from punk rock bands that I've really enjoyed over the years. To name a few, Fear is my favorite. Agent Orange, we can get into like more of the ska style shit, but give me a bass spotlight and let me walk. Like that's my whole shit. So,
awesome.
Isaiah, what about you guys?
Yeah, I'm pretty eclectic. I got influences from like everything from like Sonic Youth, like experimental, weird stuff, to like really hardcore stuff, like or grindcore, like Magruder Grind or Converge.
Sepultura?
Sepultura, yeah. All the classic thrash stuff, from the '90s and the '80s, and then like other weird stuff like Mr. Bungle, of course, nice. Pantera's up there.
Yeah. Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the and Korn, all the '90s we call it new metal. Yeah. We can't say we're not influenced by it, but it comes out through me. And then Chad got some.
I'm just influenced. I guess Blink-182 for pop punk.
Yeah.
And Avenged Sevenfold, drummer wise, same with Lamb of God, and those are probably my top 3 favorites.
Cool. Nice. Well, I definitely like your mismatch of just, bringing it down with like deathcore and just mixing it up nicely with groove metal and thrash, and it was an awesome set, guys. Awesome. You guys are tight too. It's just
the secret behind our sound is that I don't know how to play guitar. So
it's true.
It's true.
That's awesome.
We're just now barely learning. We're like a year into it. We just picked up our shit a year into it. That's it. Yeah. He's only been singing for a year.
Yeah, I've never been vocals before this band. I literally, I didn't know how to do metal vocals when he told me, "Hey, you're the front man." I'm like, great. So I spent the next week in my car driving around screaming at things, hurting my throat.
I've done that.
Mainly the kids get off the lawn.
I'm telling you, yeah, my vocal influence came from damn door-to-door salesmen and children not getting off my damn lawn. But that's about it, man. We're just a big joke, basically.
Well, that's awesome. I've posted some clips on our Instagram. Check them out. We'll be doing a review of the band and about everything that happened tonight. So stay tuned for that. And guys, sounds real?
Sounds real.
And we're out. Sounds real?
Sounds real.
We're here at the Rabbit Hole. I'm here with Ethereal Flood, and you guys are from Odessa, correct?
Live in Odessa, yeah.
So tell me about your style. Tell me a little bit about what Ethereal Flood is about.
Ethereal Flood is like just totally about the music, creative space. We all vibe together, and we just love to make music. It's real proggy, but we get heavy, and the thing is, it's really polar. It's really dual. We got a feminine side and we got a heavy side, and that's what we bring to the table.
Nice. Before I came to the show, I heard you guys on Apple, and I really dug the album. It's pretty good album. Like you said, it's like a mixture of progressive prog rock and a little bit of heavy type. I like it. It's really good. So what are your plans for the future? Coming up with some new songs, new album?
Yeah, we're like kind of right dead in the middle of like a concept album we've been working on for the last year or so, whatever. So that's where we're at. We're probably 5 songs into that, I think, ish.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at really right now, just writing that. And it's you want to talk about what it's about, like the concept album?
It's about fucking aliens and like 5-dimensional energy and humanity. Really, that's all it's about. We're putting ourselves into a box and we're writing on like a storyline, and a lot of the intentions are to like maybe possibly get it animated by local artists and make kind of like a series, like a animated series about it, because it would be just freaking stellar, dude.
Yeah.
Your turn. Tell them about the new album, man.
E.T. Extraterrestrial. Yeah, we're just having a lot of fun writing this new album.
Nice.
We're gonna play a small excerpt of what we're doing tonight. So at least 3 songs in.
Any plans on putting it on physical media once it's done?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah? Probably so. So we're thinking about doing the animated things. We're gonna do like maybe a DVD, CD kind of thing. So
there may be an accompanying comic book.
Oh man, that sounds really cool. Comic and everything. That's awesome. Comic book.
Graphic novel.
Yeah.
Graphic novel.
Fucking E.T.
Just trying to give another dimension to what, other than just listening to the album, you actually have something visual you can relate to with that as well. So I think that's going to be probably the most interesting thing about it. With social media being what it is today,
Yeah.
you got people scrolling through everything. It's so much easier when you actually have something to look at too. You can relate to the band as well as just hearing the music.
Any shows after tonight? Any other shows?
I don't think we have anything booked right now at the moment.
I don't think so. Yeah.
We're supposed to be working on finishing that album, but shows come up, and we can't say no to going out and play. So that kind of slows us down in the writing process sometimes.
Well, Ethereal Flood. Too bad you guys aren't here at the Rabbit Hole in Alamogordo, but hey, I am.
Definitely missing it.
Take some highlights. I'll post the clips, post the interview, and do a review of the whole show. So thank you for interviewing, and it's really cool. Can't wait for the new album, the concept album with the graphic novel and the video, the DVD. It sounds really freaking cool. So sounds real.
Sounds real.